toy fans and brick fans. So I kind of said I was going to do this at this point. Smart Play. Okay. This has been kind of one of those ongoing things, the Lego Smart Play. And some of the reviews have been coming out. Haven't seen any of the reviews on the actual smart bricks as of yet, but I've seen a review with the Millennium Falcon that takes two smart bricks, and has multiple other areas of play, but there's no smart bricks, so it's kind of hard to figure out what we're doing with this. So far, the Lego has been putting these out. This is the Lego Smart Play Sets. Okay. It is the interactive way to play to bring life into play in extraordinary ways. Okay, so we got smart tags, smart minifigures, and we got smart bricks that have endless response play. Oh, well, there's nothing wrong with that. The smart play system reacts to how you move, play, twist, and turn with the Lego building toys. Okay, so it's got basically, it seems like a gyroscope in it and an optical piece that can distinguish colors, and you can program the bricks. Well, the bricks are programmed based on these things, so I'm wondering how much programming they have in, if this is something that you have to like update every once in a while. So far it's only for Lego Star Wars. I don't know how that's going to work with Lego City. In all honesty, like I can just, vroom vroom and make my own stuff, but I'm an adult. Something interactive like this might be good for the kids. And this seems to be in every possible way for the kids, which is what we'd want, right? So, with that being said, I'm checking here. Okay. With that being said, we've got, of course, looks like a charging station. We got this. The X-Wing set, the first set that we're looking at. Okay. We got an X-Wing, and it's kind of a chunky X-Wing. It's not the best thing. It's only 581 pieces. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minifigs. So we get a Stormtrooper. We get, of course, Luke as a pilot. Princess Leia, a tram operator. And then R2-D2. So I like this aspect. I like that we're getting a ladder. We're getting the X-Wing. We're getting Luke and R2, the tram operator, this piece here, the little tram that can go up to the X-Wing, service the X-Wing. We got a Leia. That's fine with that. This feels a bit like an afterthought, but this has a spot for a smart brick. Question. Over here we have a spot for a smart brick. Am I correct? I believe so. Let's see. Let's go over here and look. I'm looking to see. So it looks like okay, so yes, so we have a spot for a smart brick here. So this little radar system has a smart brick. You can put a smart brick here for blasting this. Pew, 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 pew. You've got a smart brick here for driving the tram. So 1, 2, 3, 4 areas for smart bricks. Okay. And of course you can put R2-D2 in there. R2-D2 interacts. They all these two figures seem to interact. I don't think those do. But there's tiles that also interact. Okay. But you only have one smart brick. So for $89, so let's say $90 US, kind of what we're getting here for $90, you can get all of this and one smart brick, just one. And so you're able to shoot. Okay, now I have to take the smart brick out. I had to put up my X-Wing so they can fire back. Okay, hey, there's a radar thing going on over here. I need to take the smart brick out, put it in the radar system over here, so Leia can do the radar and scan her whatever. She can tell Luke, hey, watch your 6. Then we got to take the smart brick out, put it back in here to fire. If he returns fire, we got to take the brick out, put it back in here. The pause. really comes down to this idea of all of the play is centered around this one brick. The pieces are all open to receive this brick, and it has colored paddles. So there's like a really weird red switch here that's for firing. We've got, space here for the tram. We've got space back here where the cockpit doesn't completely close for the brick. Space up here between the radar and the controls. That's where the brick fits in. It's got some lights, I guess, mainly sounds. I don't know. It's got one smart brick, two smart minifigures. Oh, there's only two. Out of the 5 we get, only 2 are smart. 5 smart tags, and then 1 smart charger. Okay. Now this is what's considered right here. It'll tell you an all-in-one. So that's what's considered the all-in-one set. And then you get a duck family as a gift and purchase, which something like that I feel like you probably should have had another Star Wars themed item, but it is. So there's some interesting things about this. It's really cool, but you only get 1 brick. Now we could look at, let's look at the Attack on Endor. That was one that I was looking at the land speeder, honestly, because I thought about the land speeder at one point, but let's take a look at the Attack on Endor. Okay, this is a pre-order set. It is $49.99. Okay, so it's $50. We get 1, 2, 3 minifigs. Okay, we get a speeder bike here, and then we get the ATSTA, or the ATST, chicken walker, as we used to call them. We get only one smart minifig. Not sure how that works, but okay. We get 2 smart tags. Okay. No smart brick. So, in order to have the play for this set at 347 pieces, mind you, 347 pieces, you have to have the $90 set to have 1 smart brick. Let alone if you have 2, you're going to have to end up getting 2 sets, because I believe the Darth Vader Advanced TIE Fighter comes with 1 smart brick, a firing station, and the TIE Fighter, but only 1 smart brick. So if you want to have the ability to fire and fire back, which is what they show in some of the commercials, etc., you're having to basically pre-order all the smart brick sets that only come with 1 smart brick each and every set. So like in this, let's take a look. We've got the speeder, 2 tiles. Wicket seems to be the smart figure. Okay. It does have stud shooters, which is always fine. I like stud shooters and I hate them at the same time, because I always lose those studs, and then I find them like way down the road. Of course, we got a couple of figures here. Really good printing on the figures. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like there's some peach under that helmet, so it looks like it, is a actual face under there. Cool. We get Wicket, 2 tiles here. That's our smart play features. The brick is in the back, so I believe this whole thing is opened up, and you got like this kind of unsightly red trigger to trigger the firing noise for the chicken walker. So I think all it does is make noise for firing, and probably lights up. Pachoo, pachoo. Okay. Is that it? I guess you can put the smart brick on this to make the zooming noises. So I believe you have to scan the tile before you put it in whatever vehicle, so it knows what noises to make. Okay. I don't think I can play this without getting, in trouble, but you can put them in there, and it's supposed to make noise. um, at $50. That's $50 for 347 pieces. Which, I mean, it doesn't seem bad. Can we actually look at the building instructions? Will it let us? Uh, Not yet. It looks like. Okay. I guess it has to. I guess it has to pass embargo at this point before we can do that. Okay. Yeah. I don't. I mean, yeah. Looking at that right there. It is completely opened up. Tell smart bricks what object to model and how to play back. So you do have to scan the tile. So you basically have a smart brick. You have to scan the smart brick and possibly the figures, what moods and reactions to unlock. So if you have a figure and a smart brick on one thing, I guess you can make different noises or firing things based on the paddle. I know it takes like red, blue, and or it's like I know red and green for sure. I've seen. Yeah. So here we go. Darth Vader's Tie Fighter. That's $70, $69.99. This feels probably more of kind of a deal though. 473 pieces, $70. You get smart tile. You get charger, the brick, charging plate, some other things. The Tie Fighter over here. Let's look at the. Okay. So it looks like the brick fits back here possibly. I don't want to play anything and get hit by them. So I'm trying my best. There are stud shooters. So this has a stud shooter station. Say that 5 times fast. And, you get of course a Yavin or a Rebel trooper there, which is pretty nice. It's a good looking helmet. It's a decent looking figure, to be quite honest. Darth Vader has a tile, and I believe he's also the smart fig. Okay, so it's just one spot. That is the TIE Fighter, and it looks like the brick fits way up there, kind of on the back of the cockpit. So again, Darth Vader has to be by it or for it to do its thing. So the cockpit's open, it looks like. You got this refueling station here, which is, it's okay, You got firing, so you can fire noises with, again, a big red switch. Figures, smart play figure, one tile, one brick. Just, I don't know. $70 seems a little more forgiving, but we don't. The one that's 90 has 4 spots for the smart brick to work. This only has 1 spot for the smart brick to work because there's nothing in it about this unit right here having any sort of play whatsoever. We'll look at the land speeder and then we'll kind of call it. I'll have to give my final opinion on this because it's like I love the idea of innovation. I love it, and I want to be behind the idea of innovation, especially when it's something when it comes to brick playing, kids getting to play, having interactive toys with bricks. I think the idea of it I think is spot on, but if you haven't kind of picked up what I'm kind of hitting at or hinting at on the problems that we're receiving, I'll break it down for you at the end. But let's look at this. So we've got, it looks like a little hut of a station over here. Now we've got blue tools here and a green tool. So we know blue and green and red are all colors that interact with this smart brick. Okay. We get a Jawa, which is always, Jawa's always great. Some sort of gonk droid, and of course Luke, Farm Boy Luke. And then we get our land speeder here. It looks like a blue milk and some crates and stuff. Lightsabers plugged on the side. I mean, as a model, I mean, that's still would be kind of cool. $40, not so bad. I could integrate this somehow. It's got a big open window here. It's not as clean as tiled as other land speeders have been in the past, but it's not too bad. Not too bad. 215 pieces. Oh, that's it. 215 pieces. $40. That's after seeing the piece count, $30, $29.99. I could get behind. $24.99, most definitely. That's a sell for me. $39.99, and keep in mind, it is not an all-in-one set. That's the big thing, an all-in-one set, right? We get one smart minifigure, one smart tag, smart brick not included. If you want to play, you gotta pay, and paying means that you've got to buy one of the other sets. So we know that the X-Wing, Darth Vader's Advanced TIE Fighter, those are the ones that have the smart play bricks in them. We've got, of course, one smart figure Luke. We got a smart tag. Um, yeah, just I know the land speeder takes the smart brick, and that's where all the play is. We got a Falcon here that's $9,900. Feels a little undersized. It's got multiple spots, but no smart brick. The only other, the only other smart play set is the throne room. Now the throne room comes with two. So in reality, if you had to get one of the other sets to get a smart brick between the X-Wing, Vader's TIE Fighter, and the throne room, and you're just wanting to get one of these sets for the bricks, this would be the one, because this has two bricks and multiple things. You got an A-Wing. Okay, I'm always down for an A-Wing. I like the A-Wings very much. I like a lot of the different starfighters, but it's just a generalized throne room. If you were one of the people who bought the $1,000 Death Star and now you've got a throne room, I don't know how this incorporates. I don't know if this can incorporate with it, because $100, sure. $159.99, 160 bones here, and that's US, right? 962 pieces. Now I am building sets that from Lumabricks that are 100, 2,000 something, almost 3,000 pieces for $109. Yikes! Now it doesn't have the same technology, but it's got a lighting kit, two minifigs. My most recent one, I won it, but it was $119. It was a bamboo house. It's got new parts, light kit, two minifigs, all printed pieces. I would say that all this should be printed pieces. If these sets came with stickers, I would be kind of concerned for you, Lego. This is 2 smart bricks, 3 smart minifigures. How many figs do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minifigs. 3 of them, only half of them are smart. 5 smart tags, 1 smart charger, 2 smart bricks. That's the only one that has 2 smart bricks. Here's why. So you've got a smart brick for Vader, smart brick for Luke. They can duel. It's kind of cool. But if you wanted to put a smart brick over here, you got to take one of these out, pop it over there. I don't know if there's like an area for the Emperor. Oh yeah, there's an area for the Emperor to have a smart brick. I'm gonna turn that off so we don't get dinged. But yeah, so there's a smart brick behind the Emperor, and you got a smart brick in here for firing. But yeah, that's it. So if you wanted to have this fire, or the Emperor say, was it good? You want this, don't you? And Luke can respond whatever. Then you gotta take a brick out and put it in Vader so Vader can speak. But it's not just taking it out. You gotta take the brick out. You have to scan it on its tile, put it into the thing, and then trigger it with a red, or in this case it looks like just a actual like movement. So they would make movement noises for lightsabers jumping around, things like that. I don't know. Again, you have to You have to scan the tags, tell Smart Bricks what object to model and how to play back. There's a lot of setup. There's a lot of setup with each one of these. It's not just straight simple. I pull it out, I put it over here, and I move on. I got to pull it out. I've got to scan it in close proximity, put it in, and then I can play. So there's a lot of. It seems very novel in its approach on what we're doing. Yeah, and of course the Falcon. Well, this last one we'll look at. Falcon. Everybody loves Millennium Falcon. You know, I still have yet to get my Millennium Falcon. I really want to get one. I kind of want the Dark Falcon, to be quite honest, but there's other ships I want. I honestly, between the Falcon, I've always loved the Falcon. The YT 1700 has been my favorite ship, but if I could get the Hallcraft Fondor, I think there's some cheaper ones of that, or even the Razor Crest, I'd be willing to get those too. But you know what? Next week we'll talk about some of the reveals for the Mandalorian and Grogu sets. I got some comments on that too. I want to love it, but I don't know. So we do get, let's see. Of course, we get 4 figures. We get the vehicle. It's kind of, I mean, it looks fine there, but looks very underwhelming right there. Very underwhelming. You get 4 figures, 4 tiles. Back opens up. That's kind of quaint. It's a lot of use here in the space. No onboarding ramp. It looks like that's a place where you put Smart Brick. Okay. I love the engine light up. I could get behind that. Lights up and makes noise for the engine. Yeah, that'd be cool. But you have to move the brick over here in order to make firing noises. And then we've got, let's see, lightsaber dueling, engine, hyperspace, and then I guess this is maybe just engine sound. Which one is the cannons? I guess maybe that's for the cannon, and then maybe it makes noise as it moves. I don't know. Looks like all 4 smart play. Okay. 885 pieces for $99.99. That doesn't seem quite so bad. The undersized Falcon had 4 more pieces, but you couldn't put any figures in it. That was, was it 89, so 90. This is 100. Again, 9 and up. So this is meant for kids, like kids close to my kid's age, but he's really he likes Speed Champions, but he's kind of, I bring in a set, he's like, oh, that's kind of cool, he wants to put together, but he doesn't really want to collect it. Most of the time, what he wants are Speed Champions because he likes cars. But yeah, 4 smart bricks, 4 smart tags, Smart Brick not included. Oh man, killing me on this. This is one of those things where it's like you just, I don't know. I mean, at least you get a lot of insider points when you order these, but I mean, in order to feel like you're, kind of surfacing all of the trilogy, you're spending, it's close to $400, $500 and everything. No kid's got that money. No kid's got that money at all. $100, no smart bricks. $100 and then another $100 and then we'll say 80 or 70 will kind of round out to 100. That's almost near $300 there. Let's put the land speeder on there. That's 300, right? So that's $300 with the other three smart brick sets. Land speeder. That's no. Falcon, TIE Fighter, X-Wing, land speeder. That's $300. And then if you want to do the throne room, that's another $460. Indoor set, which we looked at. I think it was what, 39. I can't remember, but yeah, that's, we'll say $40. So that's, yeah, $500. $500. Half of 1,000. And I can't think of a single kid that is going to have that kind of money. The prices are a little steep in my opinion, especially for this being for kids. I know it's a new technology. Chances are price will go down. But this is quite a bit. It's quite a bit, and it's a bit to take in. Like, I like the idea. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it'll be incredible as far as its build, but I don't know. It's oh, we didn't even get, yeah, there's another set. 666 pieces, $80. No smart brick. Um the Yoda's Hut, that's another one that we looked at. It's got this kind of unsightly balance thing. 440 pieces, $70. That one's 70. The cantina is 80. Oh, that's $10 more. Yeah, I don't know. And then we're getting into other things that we'll discuss at another time. Yeah, I don't. I want. I really want Lego to be successful in this. I want them I like the idea of smart play, and I want them to have success in this. But price wise, right now, and especially for the audience that they're promoting it, I just don't see it being a viable option for them. I don't see this picking up the way that they're thinking. There will be defenders, there'll be people that go out and buy on this, but there's gonna be kids that get a set, but there's not gonna be any way to get a smart brick. How can Lego fix this? Well, offer smart bricks on the side, that are cost affordable, $20 smart brick sort of thing. So that way you can get a Falcon, you can buy a couple of smart bricks. It's $40. Now you got a $140 set. I don't know. This is a tough one because again, we want them to work. We want but kids are gonna get sets, not know what to do with them. It's like, hey, I got this unsightly spot. I put this arm together, but then there's no alternative build to make it do anything other than this, and the smart brick is not there. And I can't get a smart brick because I can't get $160 set or a $90 set or a $70 set. No. Whoops. Kind of feels like you're shooting yourself in the foot just a little bit there. But, what do I know? I'm just a avid builder, collector, and someone who can look at aspects of the toy industry and kind of cringe and go, yeah. There's gonna be, don't get me wrong, there are gonna be some kids that get it, but it feels like they're trying to get their money up front. Maybe this stuff will start pricing down. Yeah, that's all I got on that one. Hey, if you like the content that I'm putting out, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications so you can be aware if anything comes from me to you. Like this video, it helps YouTube know that you like what I'm making, and comment down below. Hey, what's your take on all this? To be quite honest, are you getting this stuff? I know it's coming out March 1st. There's a lot of pre-orders. I have not pre-ordered this. The most I have pre-ordered recently, I think I pre-ordered the Time Machine when it came out on Amazon, and then I pre-ordered the Hydro Viper from Hasbro for the G.I. Joe Classified. It's not even brick related. But most of the time, I don't do too many pre-orders. Most of my pre-orders, including pre-orders with like Walmart, I end up having to cancel because it just takes so long for it to get here that at this point it's not even worth it anymore. I can find it at the store for cheaper on clearance at that point. So yeah, I don't do too much pre-ordering. I will not be pre-ordering this. I'll just kind of watch, see what the market does with it. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens. Okay, so like I said, let me know your stance on this down below, and yeah, I'll be seeing you later. So, hey, thank you all for showing up. I appreciate you for all the stuff that you do for the channel. You can always help out by going and clicking on the link tree in my bio and clicking on stuff and ordering stuff from Amazon. I get a small commission, but it does help the channel keep going. If you want to get something out of the shop on the city needs, you can do that. Be sure to put your name on it if you purchase it for the channel, so that way I can give you the shout out that you need. All right. Thank you all for what you do. I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build, and happy brick hunting.